What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. It's been probably 2 years, maybe over 2 years, since I uploaded a video to this channel here that has anything to do with firearms accessories, or tactics, because every time that I did in the past, YouTube would always demonetize that, hit that with no ads or limited ads, or actually delete the videos. And we don't want that, because we don't want this channel to be demonetized or worse still, deleted. I want to be able to share information with you all here. And before, I think they changed the policy now, but I know just a few months back, if you even changed, the magazine out of your rifle, out of your handgun, that it's considered altering firearms, strike, demonetized video, or a strike. So if you change magazines in your handgun, if you put a magazine in a handgun or a rifle, it was considered altering firearms. I made one where I changed the sighting system on the Glock handgun, and I didn't think anything about it, and pow, demonetized, pow, video. I think it was deleted. It's been, like I said, several years ago, but I did nothing illegal. It was just simply changing the rear sight, showing about the rear sight tool and how to change the sight on the Glock handgun, and demonetized. Anyway, I decided to make a video here today to talk about AR-15 platforms and the actual accessories that you need to add to those to increase the effectiveness. A lot of people, when they buy an AR-15 type rifle, it's like they go online and put in AR-15 accessories and do a search and just buy everything they can find to buy to put on that rifle, because they think it's going to make it more effective, or maybe they just think it's going to be more tactical, cool looking, because they want to look like they're cool and tactical. So they add everything on that, and all they do is waste money, add weight, add complexity, and make themselves look stupid, in my opinion. Very few accessories are needed on the AR-15 platform rifles, but there are a few that can actually increase the effectiveness of that rifle if you already know how to use that. Nothing's going to make up for a lack of skill. You can put all the accessories you want to on any type of rifle. It's not going to make up for a lack of skill. It's like taking an automobile and adding a bunch of parts to that to make it have more horsepower when you can't drive. It's pretty much the same thing. Anyway, let's take a look at this first AR. This is what I call the bare minimum setup. And you can see this is the traditional type AR-15. This has the full stock. This has the full length barrel. This has the fixed front sight post, the carry handle. So this is the basic AR-15 type rifle. And I've added just 3 different accessories to this. The first one, and the most notable to increase the effectiveness, is this front night sight right here. Same type of sight that you can get with your Glock handguns. You can see that glowing at night. I just had the front post sight. I think that costed about $45 for this AR-15, and it definitely increases the effectiveness in low light of this type of rifle. You can put these in any type of AR-15. Doesn't happen to be want the full stock and the full length barrel. As long as you have the sight on the AR-15, you can put one of these posts in, and it's simple to put in. You just use the tool, push it, the pins down, unscrew the old one, put the new one in, screw it back in, and of course resight that rifle. Another thing I added to this was the mag pull grip. I like these grips better. They're more comfortable, I think. For some reason, the traditional AR-15 grips are too narrow, and they like to pinch my hands, so I like the mag pull grip better. It also has a compartment behind in the bottom part here to store some cleaning supplies in or whatever. Another thing I did to this is I added the extended charging handle latch. I had these on all my AR-15s, and I think it's a great accessory because you can get a hold of it a lot better. You can actually get a hold of one side to work that too, and it works a lot better in my opinion. So bare minimum AR-15 setup. And guys, this next AR-15 is a step up above the first one I showed. This one has an aim point red dot sight, and it also has the post in the front, but it also has flip up sights, because the way this is set up, it doesn't come, it comes with a charging handle, but you can take that off because of the flat top receiver, but it also has this front post here that is fixed. So you can see, you would think, looking through this would get in the way, but it really doesn't. When you get used to it, you can still see it, but it doesn't get in the way of actually using this firearm. And you want to have, backup sighting systems, because you never know when your sight is going to break. You never know when your battery is going to run dead. It's going to fog up, something like that. So having a backup sighting system like this is not just recommended, it is a must. And guys, also with this AR, I have the charging handle with the extended release, and that's pretty much it for this rifle. Like I said, this is a step above The one I showed you a minute ago, I have the sling for that, but it's actually not on it right now because I keep these in the gun safe. And this one I think is pretty much the maximum accessories you'd have on an AR-15. In my opinion, of course, some people will disagree. If you want to disagree, that's fine. However, you know, I'm still right, because you don't want to put too many accessories on the AR-15. You want to make sure that you're spending your money wisely. You're not just adding weight, you're not just adding complexity, and you want to make it where it's actually more effective when you use that with the skills that you have. But this AR-15 here, again, I have the front sight, the front night sight. This has an EOTech sight on this. I love the EOTech sights. This also has the extended charging handle release. This has a 1-point sling system on this. And again, Magpul grip. Actually has a Magpul stock and a Magpul forearm. And it has the sight you can flip up. They make some of these you can actually press a button and it'll pop up under spring pressure, but I prefer to have these you can just pull up, because anything with springs and pins is more likely to break, in my opinion. So you want to keep it as simple, like I said, and as effective as possible without adding extra weight. You can see there's also a light on this. I don't have lights on all my AR-15. This one is my personal AR-15, and I made this one pretty much, as far as accessories goes, maxed out as far as I think one should be maxed out. Again, we have a light, we have a night sight, we have a EOTech, we have backup iron sights, and we have extended slide release, or extended charging handle release on this AR-15, and we have this sling system here. Now this next AR is actually a 22. It's a Smith & Wesson M&P 22 AR. I've had this for about 7 years, and this thing is freaking awesome. Pow, 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 every time. I've not had, I don't think, a single failure with this rifle. It is as effective, if not more effective, than the Ruger 1022, and it has the added benefit of you can actually use this for training people who aren't used to training or shooting, you know, a typical AR-15 rifle. You can use this. 22's ammunition is cheaper, less recoil. It's also good for just plinking, squirrel hunting, things like that. But you can use the same setup I have here. I'm going to show you on, you know, for example, you could use this setup here, or at least most of it, on an AR-15 rifle like this. You can see this one has the Bushnell scope. This is actually an AR-15 scope. Has low mounts, because I want to have low mounts on this because I like to have my scopes as close to the cheek rest, you know, as possible. I think I get a quicker, better sight picture, more accurate that way. This has the grip on the front. This is okay. I like this better on this because the way this forearm is made, it has this pinicky rail on the everything on it is, so it's more comfortable to hold this like this. Really no recoil to think about. You know, if you have a lot of recoil on a rifle, you can hold over the top to keep that recoil down. However, with this 22, I like this grip right here, because like I said, this is kind of uncomfortable to shoot this. Anyway, we have a scope on this, and you can see here we have sights on the side. If you have the AR-15 that has the sight you can take off, the front sight you can take off, and the rear sight you can take off, and just have your scope down low, then I recommend keeping your scope as low as possible, and then having the sights on the side, but you can sight these in, and then, you know, when you're using your rifle, if your scope breaks, if it fogs up, something else happens, you can be with your scope. If it's not working correct, you can just flip it over to the side and use your iron sights. So it's as simple as, you know, just flipping it over from here to here, from here to here, and it works quite well. It's quite effective and very, very quick. You can see here the sight picture on that goes through. But I think these 4 examples here, or a combination of those 4, is pretty much everything you need to add to your AR-15 type rifles, because like I said, if you add too much, it's going to get more costly, it's going to get more complicated, it's going to get more weight to carry around, and you're going to look like, you know, a dumbass, in my opinion, when you go to the shooting range and you have that rifle with everything in the world on that, and the thing weighs 50 pounds trying to carry that thing around, and you spent extra $3,000 trying to look tactical cool when it isn't necessary. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you thought the video was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. And Creekmore, I'm out here, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully.